Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the view title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing, of course, the aewdynamite review for January 29th, 2025. As you guys know, the show started off again with Ospreay Omega. I told you Ospreay Omega, it's one of the biggest stars and some of the most entertaining, of course, in AEW. So they always start the show off like they start the show off with Ospreay going against Brian Cage in a pretty good match. Kenny Omega got beat up backstage, and then he kind of recovered. He came back to help Ospreay at the end of the match after Ospreay defeated Brian Cage with the Styles Clash. He did power bomb and then switched. No, he reversed. Yeah, he reversed Brian Cage on a little move and got into the Styles Clash. Boom, got him and won the match like that. And then you see Kenny Omega and Ospreay get beat down by Callis family. And Callis family actually looked pretty impressive now. At first it was a little shaky, like last year and stuff. But now with him getting Kanusuke to Kesha, they actually got him a championship. Him being the international champion and the never weight champion. Then you got Kyle Fletcher, where he switched his whole style up and stuff. And then you got, of course, the Murder Machines, I think, yeah. You got Lance Archer, 6'8", Brian Cage, about 300 pounds. You got these individuals right here, so they look a little more impressive, like their team versatility and their style of matches and stuff. So it's been working out pretty well. So it should be a good match with Kenny Omega teaming up to go against, of course, Kyle Fletcher and Kanusuke Takesha. That's gonna be a crazy tag team match in Australia at Grand Slam on February, I think for the 15th or something like that. So that should be a good one right there. We also seen, of course, Swerve come back. Swerve came back. Remember, he tried to get Ricochet last time. Ricochet escaped. Swerve finally got his hands on Ricochet this time a little bit, and then Ricochet weaseled himself out of it by threatening the AR Fox, like with the scissors like that, so he can get away like that. But next week they fight. They're gonna fight on Atlanta, and we're gonna see that probably in the main event. I feel like that match is gonna end in something crazy. It's gonna end like in DQ. I think it's gonna be a no contest. I think something crazy is gonna happen. Like somebody, like either Ricochet gonna do something or Swerve do something, and it ends where they gotta get another rematch later down the line. And it's gonna be like one of those blood feud type things. And we also seen, of course, today too. Speaking of Swerve, we seen Hangman Adam Page backstage when he was running rampant. He was looking for Swerve. I don't know, because last week he kind of like turn a new leaf a little bit. But then he did get a little crazy though, of course, when he was beating up the one guy. But then when Christopher Daniels told him that he retired like that a little bit, and then he was like looking all sad and stuff like that, of course. So this week he was looking. I don't know if he was looking for Swerve to. I don't know what he was doing, looking for Swerve like to apologize or something. I have no idea what he was looking for him for. That should be interesting to see what happens. He did bump into MJF, which is probably the next feud he's gonna have most likely, which will probably turn him, back to the old Hangman. Hangman's, like I mentioned before, obviously the perfect wrestler. No one's perfect, of course, but I would say perfect wrestler because he's very good as not only as a heel but as a face as well. He's very good on both dynamics. He was crazy, the crazy cowboy, and also the good cowboy like that. He was perfect. He was very good as an AEW World Champion like that. I feel like he lost the title too early as well as a World Champion. But this is gonna be a good feud for him. Him and MJF going crazy. MJF, hopefully he ended the Jeff Jarrett thing, because Jeff Jarrett he got beat by Claudio. That should never been a long match. I feel like Claudio should just dominate him. It should have been like a match where Claudio just beating the crap out of him the whole time, and maybe Jeff Jarrett have a little bit of surge later in the match, and then Claudio ends it like that. Claudio didn't help to beat 57-year-old Jeff Jarrett. I know Jeff Jarrett is his last year wrestling, but come on, guys. You should at least make it more believable. Make what Jeff Jarrett could get in over his head, some of those matchups and stuff, and then maybe he finally pull off one maybe later in the line, but not for a title or anything, of course. I think he already won enough titles. He signed off on enough titles himself when he was the owner, one of the owners of the people over TNA. So he has enough world championships and stuff. But they could have did it more like that. I feel like that'd be more impactful. Like if Jeff Jarrett was getting beat up by Claudio, he kind of surged and had a little comeback, but fell short of the comeback. And then he's in the ring like that. And then MJF come out there and hit him in the head. So we'll see exactly where it leads. Maybe MJF have a match with him and defeats him pretty easily or something. We also did see, of course, Mariah May. As you guys know, Toni Storm came back. The time was Toni Storm on the Collision. So now Mariah May is on. She acts like she's not scared, but she's a little fearful a little bit. A little fearful. You can see a little bit and kind of like playing it off a little bit. So we'll see a match between her and Toni Storm for the World Championship at Grand Slam in Australia, which is Toni Storm is Australian, I think, right? Yeah. So no, she's from New Zealand, I think. Is she not Australian? I think she's from New Zealand. Like that, yeah. He mixing that up. She's from New Zealand, so yeah. But it's still gonna be a very crazy match. Very crazy match. So we'll see exactly what happens. And we also what else we seen as well? We seen Jay White defeat Willa Yuta. Jay White still in hunt for that world championship. Still in hunt for the world championship. And Moxley, then we seen, of course, Adam Copeland come and help Jay White. The Death Rider's still a little stale right now, a little bit. Fully, I think it's gonna be coming close to the time where they lose the championships. I feel like Jay White should be the one, because I know you're trying to wait for Darby Allin, but Darby Allin, he's gone. I think he's trying to do Mount Everest or climb a mountain or something, do something crazy. But Jay White should win. Like, in my opinion, just from a fan perspective, I think Jay White should win and defeat Moxley. But then Christian still has the thing. Christian cashed in on Jay White the same night, take it from him, and it kind of built something up right there. From those two right there. The Christian did cause Jay White a few times already, so it'd be a third time he gonna go out there and hold him again like that, and do it again like that. And you see Christian Cage walk out with the world title, and kind of like he's part of his whole plan like that, waiting for the right moment to pick his spot. And him and Jay White have a little feud right there that maybe leads to Jay White winning the title back or something. But yeah, Jay White definitely, I think, is in pursuit. The fans love him, of course, a lot of popularity. So I think he definitely should be winning the championship soon. And then we see, of course, the main event was Mercedes Moné versus Yuka, like that, going against her. I believe, I'm not too familiar with what's the name too much, but they said she broke her leg or something like that in Japan. I don't really watch a lot. I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, but I really don't watch a lot of Stardom wrestling like that. So I know a few stuff, but I don't watch it as much like that. So if you guys know, you can just add in the comment section. But the match was all right. You know, it wasn't the main event type match that I was expecting to see, like more of a match like that fully. But the match was all right. It was an all right, solid match. You know, Mercedes Moné retained the title, of course. Retain the championship. They might build something up. I don't know exactly who's gonna be the person to dethrone Mercedes Moné. Will they build Chris Statlander up a little bit to finally beat her the third time, or would it be somebody else? I have no idea exactly where they're gonna go with the storyline of her. I know Deanna Purrazzo is having a feud with Harley Cameron. Harley Cameron could be the person. Maybe she put herself up a lot more, but I have no idea. I have no idea what's gonna happen fully. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think fully. But I think the show was all right. It was an all right show. It was on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna give the show. I'm gonna give the show about a 7. You know, I like most of the matches for the most part. 7 out of 10. I think it was a pretty solid show. But let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think about the show and what you think about everything. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.